Welcome to this Widex e-learning tutorial where you will learn how to measure the Sensogram in Compass 5. The Sensogram is a Widex innovation and takes the acoustic effects of ear molds or shells into account when a hearing aid is fitted in the client's ear canal. By using the hearing aid as a precision miniature audiometer, the Sensogram measurement will ensure the best possible first fit for your client. In this tutorial, you will learn how to access the Sensogram window, obtain an overview of the tools, and use them to ensure proper in situ fitting. There are three ways to display the Sensogram window. When fitting a hearing aid for the first time, it is recommended to use the fitting wizard. The Sensogram window for each of the hearing aids will then automatically open when you click on the Next button from the Preconditions screen. Alternatively, for example in a refitting situation, you select Sensogram below the Fitting menu item on the left, or you can select the Sensogram icon at the top. The Sensogram window shows two graphics panels, including the fitting range of the selected hearing aid, represented by the shaded area, and the client's audiogram thresholds for the left and right ear. Also shown is the Sensogram visualization. The gradient colors starting with red nuances for low frequencies to green for mid-range frequencies and blue nuances for high frequencies. The graphics panel is scalable by clicking the plus sign. Below, you will find the four basic Sensogram hearing threshold levels. In a first-time fitting, the thresholds will initially be marked with dotted lines. If you have loaded the settings of a previously fitted hearing aid in a refitting situation, the Sensogram thresholds from the hearing aids will be shown. Below, you can activate tones by dragging the mouse over the field marked with a musical note. Below that, you can also select the way in which the Sensogram's measuring tones are triggered. Options include manual, automatic, and the default setting, mouse over. To open the expanded Sensogram, all hearing threshold levels of the basic Sensogram must be measured. The expanded Sensogram will allow you to measure thresholds at more detailed frequencies. We will cover the measurement of Sensogram hearing threshold levels in a moment. The two speaker icons in the middle allow you to switch the hearing aid microphone signals off and on. When you start measuring the thresholds, the microphone signals will be muted by default and should remain turned off while measuring. When addressing your client, you can turn on the talk over function. By clicking Using this window, you will find a very useful feature when you start to work with the Sensogram window. Here you will find a description of the selectable variables in the window, and you will also have instant access to the Compass manual's descriptions of related topics. Once the hearing aids have been placed on the client's ears and switched on, and the connection to Compass has been established, measurement of the in-situ hearing thresholds of the client can begin. As in traditional audiometry, tone stimuli at various levels is used to measure the client's in-situ hearing thresholds at various frequencies. Remember to instruct your client properly before the measurement. To measure the hearing threshold levels, for example for the 1000 Hz frequency, you activate the light brown square underneath 1000. The initial threshold defined by the loaded audiogram will be shown. The arrows above and below the hearing threshold levels allow you to adjust the in-situ threshold. As you see, the threshold indicator moves up or down as we select an alternate setting. The tone corresponding to this selection is presented by the hearing aid when you move the mouse over the musical note field. Always measure the in-situ hearing threshold levels for all 4 frequencies of the basic sensogram in order to optimize hearing aid settings. Once the sensogram has been measured for the basic frequencies, the values for any remaining frequencies are interpolated or extrapolated and shown as colored shadings in the graphics. If you assess that a client required more detailed measurement, you can access the expanded sensogram. This allows more precise adjustment of hearing threshold levels in up to 14 bands. Note that when you adjust some of these bands, new inter- or extrapolations may affect the thresholds of neighboring frequency bands. If adjustment of a band's threshold is not possible due to the current fitting range of the selected hearing aid, the selection field will show a no response marker. When the sensogram measurement is complete, click OK to accept or cancel if you do not wish the changes to be applied.